Welcome to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper, People's Bank and Trust, proud to bring you this stream on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com's Facebook and WTIM TV YouTube. People's Bank and Trust puts people first. Along with Landmark of Taylorville, you always do better with Landmark. I'm here on the phone with Public Affairs Specialist with the Social Security Administration, Jack Myers. Welcome back to the program.
Hey, thanks, Avery. Thanks for having me on.
Great to have you back here. So, what can you tell me about this new statement fact sheet for people with limited earnings?
Yeah, so something that just came out not too long ago is a new fact sheet that's intended to supplement the Social Security statement. And, just to give you a little bit of background information here, Avery, the Social Security statement is that thing that has your earnings history, and it's got estimates of your future Social Security benefits. You can get it at any time by logging into your My Social Security account at SSA.gov. So you just go in to SSA.gov, you log into your own My Social Security account or create your account if you don't have one, and then you can see your Social Security statement. Well, a while back, we started creating these fact sheets that are kind of targeted to your age in some cases, to your earnings record in some cases. Basically, they're just, if you will, like supplemental fact sheets that have information that we think would be most interesting to you. And so that's where this new one falls in, because we just recently added one for people who have limited earnings. And, basically the new fact sheet is called Supplemental Security Income and Other Benefits. And it just kind of goes through some things that you and your family members may qualify for, including supplemental security income, Social Security retirement benefits, children's benefits, supplemental nutrition assistance programs, help with Medicare costs. So, really, Avery, it's just a way to kind of raise some awareness of some of the assistance programs that might be out there for a person with limited earnings. And again, this is just one of a series of targeted fact sheets that we've kind of rolled out recently with the Social Security statement. So, if you log into your account, you can take a look at your statement and see which fact sheets we think might pertain most to you.
What are some of the examples of the programs that they may qualify for?
Just a few needs-based programs like supplemental nutrition assistance program, help with Medicare costs, children's benefits, Social Security retirement benefits, or supplemental security income, also known as SSI. So, just a few things that people might qualify for if they have limited income.
How can people find out if they do qualify?
One of the best things that we have on our website for that, Avery, is what we call our Benefits Eligibility Screening Tool. We actually use the acronym BEST for it, BEST. So if you want to check into that, you can go to our website at SSA.gov and just look for the Benefits Eligibility Screening Tool, or you can actually type it in if you want. It's https://SSABest.benefits.gov, but I know that's kind of a mouthful. So if you just go to SSA.gov, you can just look for the Benefits Eligibility Screening Tool and find that there to see what you might qualify for.
May is Older Americans Month, and well, I understand Social Security is a big part of how the elderly prepare for the rest of their lives. And I know one thing that you, Jack, are focused on is whether or not a spouse can have benefits on behalf of their other spouse. Give me a little bit more information about that. What is that program, and how does someone qualify for it?
Sure. As you mentioned, Social Security is a crucial part of millions of Americans' retirement income. So in Older Americans Month or any time, it's important to kind of highlight some of these benefits so that people understand what they may be eligible for. And spousal benefits are one of those programs that we administer. So essentially, if you don't have enough credits to qualify for benefits on your own record, you may be able to receive benefits on your spouse's record. Basically, to qualify for a spouse's benefit, you must be one of the following. either 62 years of age or older, or any age and have in your care a child younger than age 16 or a disabled child that is entitled to receive benefits on your spouse's record. So basically, that's more of a, we call that a mother or father's benefit. It's a young spousal benefit. Basically, you could be younger than the 62 age, but qualify on the basis of having that child in care. If you're currently married, in order to get a spousal benefit, your spouse must also be receiving their benefits. However, Avery, if you're divorced, they don't necessarily have to be receiving, because you may qualify on the record of your ex-spouse if you were married at least 10 years and you have not remarried, and if your former spouse is at least 62 years of age, but you guys have been divorced for at least 2 years, then you can qualify without them having to sign up for their benefits. So that's what we call an independently entitled divorced spouse. And it's a little bit different, of course, than a current spouse and qualifying on their record.
And so, I guess, I mean, that was a lot of information. So I guess how can we kind of condense that a little bit? The most you can get as a spouse is 50% of your spouse's benefits. Do I have that right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Avery, there are several factors. So we kind of just went through, some of the basic eligibility
I gotcha.
criteria. And then there are several factors that would affect your eligibility as a spouse or a divorced spouse. You kind of hit one right on the head there when you said 50%. The most you can get as a spouse is 50% of your spouse's benefit. Now, in order to get that 50%, you have to be at your own full retirement age. So if you start to collect your spousal benefits prior to full retirement age, it's not going to be that full 50%. And another thing that you have to keep in mind is that you have to take your own Social Security benefit first.
Mm.
So you can't take your spouse's benefit and wait to take yours later if you're both still living. Basically, what that really kind of boils down to, Avery, is that if your own Social Security benefit is greater than 50% of your spouse's, then you're going to be on yours and they're going to be on theirs. There's not going to be any spousal eligibility or divorce spousal eligibility there. And then another really important thing to point out is that if you worked somewhere where you didn't pay into Social Security and you qualify for a pension based on that work, and I'll give you a simple example in the state of Illinois that's kind of common. Public school teachers. In the state of Illinois, the public school teachers pay into teachers' retirement system instead of Social Security. So if you have a pension from a teacher's retirement system or a system like that was based on work that wasn't taxed by Social Security, that is definitely going to affect anything you would be eligible for as a spouse. There's something called government pension offset. So do keep that in mind. And then the other thing I'll mention about it is, if you get benefits as a spouse, it does not affect what your spouse can get. So the spousal benefits do not reduce the Social Security benefit to the worker in any way.
That helps a lot. I really appreciate the clarification there. I mean, and sometimes I know it can be kind of a lot. So where can people go to find out more?
Sure, Avery, it is. And we try to kind of raise these awareness points and let people know. But then if you want more info, we've always got a bunch of info available on our website. So go to ssa.gov, and then you can just look for our retirement program. Click on one of the tabs there. It says retirement. You can learn about all these types of benefits. You can also give us a call at 800-772-1213, and we could answer any questions you have if you couldn't find those answers on the website.
That is Public Affairs Specialist Jack Myers with the Social Security Administration office in Springfield. More from Jack right after this here on the WTIM Morning Show. People's Bank and Trust, they put people first. And Landmark of Taylorville, always do better with Landmark. Proud to bring you this stream on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com's Facebook and WTIM TV YouTube. Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. People's Bank and Trust sponsor this stream on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com's Facebook and WTIM TV YouTube. People's Bank and Trust puts people first. Along with Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark. I'm here in studio with Public Affairs Specialist Jack Myers on this week of Memorial Day. So, Social Security Administration is honoring the military heroes. Can you tell me a little bit more, Jack?
Yes, absolutely, Avery. As you mentioned, we're coming up on the Memorial Day holiday, and that's the time when our nation celebrates our military service members who have given their lives for our country. We honor their sacrifices, and so I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention that, and then talk a little bit about the fact that we have survivor benefits. So, for family members who have lost loved ones, Social Security benefits may be payable to surviving family members, including spouses and children. And of course, military wages are taxed by Social Security. So when you're in the military and you're earning a paycheck, you're paying Social Security taxes on those wages. So if that person passes away, then their family members, their survivors, would certainly be eligible, at least potentially, if they meet the criteria based on age and stuff like that. They would be potentially eligible for survivors benefits. So you can learn more about survivors benefits at our website at ssa.gov/survivors. So that's one of the main things we want to mention with Memorial Day. But I also want to kind of shift a little bit and talk about veterans. Now, I know that Veterans Day is in November, and we're talking about Memorial Day, and those are slightly different things, of course. But I still want to mention some of the things that we can do for our veterans, because we at Social Security, of course, administer the Social Security Disability Program and the SSI Disability Program, and we've got a couple initiatives that are designed to support our veterans who became disabled. Maybe you got injured, whatever the case may be. These disability benefits can help financially if you're not able to return to work. And as a thank you for your service, we can expedite your disability claims through a couple different initiatives. One is called our Wounded Warrior Initiative. So basically, if you became disabled while on active military service on or after October 1st of 2001, then you would qualify for this Wounded Warrior Initiative. You just let us know that, and we can fast track your medical decision. We can do the same for you if you have a VA or Veterans Administration compensation rating of 100% permanent and total. So, VA disability benefits are different, of course, than Social Security, and being approved for one doesn't guarantee approval for the other. But if you have that VA compensation rating of 100% permanent and total, what it does guarantee is that we can fast track your medical decision. So, basically, Avery, what this boils down to is it's just a way for us to give back a little bit, to say thank you, and to get you a faster medical decision on the disability claims. We've got a bunch of info on these programs on our website at ssa.gov/wounded warriors. And I would say to anybody who's got VA disability benefits that they aren't the same as Social Security. So if you're eligible for one, you might want to look into the other if you're not able to work. And then we have a fact sheet on our website that's called Social Security Disability and Veterans Affairs Disability. How do they compare? So you can kind of learn a little bit about how the two programs are similar and perhaps how they're different. So again, that's on our website at ssa.gov.
I understand Social Security offices are opening back up and welcoming patrons again.
Yeah, that's something that's exciting, and it's been since the early part of April. We've expanded our in-person service. We once again can welcome people into our offices without an appointment. It is important to note that if you can do things online, ssa.gov is a great option. Doing it on the phone, 800-772-1213 is still a great option. We are expecting our offices to be busy. So, keep in mind anything you can do online or on the phone would be great. But if you can't do things online or over the phone and you want to come into the office, You can do that once again. We are asking that you kind of be prepared to potentially wait outside because we're still a little bit limited on how many we can have in the office at one time. But yeah, overall, just kind of excited to let people know you can come back into the offices once again.
That is Public Affairs Specialist with the Social Security Administration, Jack Myers. Thank you so much for coming on the program, Jack. Really do appreciate it.
My pleasure, Avery. Thanks for having me.
Your stream brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. You'll find those streams on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com's Facebook and on WTIM TV YouTube. Thanks so much for being here. This is WTIM.